Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
what if I'm the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with hapgaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. This week, I'm joined by... There it is. Sorry.
there it is.
Erik.
Kelly.
Jason.
And Rick.
This week, we watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, directed by Fran Rubel Kuzi, written by Joss Whedon. I was going to mess that up. But I was like, no, that's not. I was going to say Josh, I guess. Starring Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, and Paul Rubens. IMDb synopsis: a flighty teenage girl learns that she is her generation's destined battler of vampires. This is written shitty because battler is not a word. What do you guys think?
So, it's a lot cheesier than I remembered it. I'm kind of sorry, but not sorry. Because,
Oh, God.
Did you just say sorry?
Sorry?
Sorry,
Did you just
not
Canadian sorry us?
that's how I say it.
Yeah, she just
I'm
totally
surprised you haven't
fucking
heard
Canadian
Erik make
sorry
fun
to
of
us.
me about that before.
No, I'm surprised. I don't think I've heard the sorry, or maybe I just haven't paid attention. I don't know.
That's how I say it.
That's how she says it.
Yeah.
Her mom
I
is
try-
a
I try to
secret
say that.
agent Canadian. She
I
says
try to
"Warsh."
say the American version. Sorry.
Sorry.
That just makes her sound like she's from some place where they got a bunch of gangsters.
Deep South.
Sorry.
No, sorry, the way she said it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
She
yeah.
sounded like she was from Chicago. Sorry. Instead of sorry. What
What the fuck, Jason?
Jason's accents are like, what the hell is he even saying?
I was overpronouncing it, so I don't know.
The second this movie started, I thought they ain't got nothing on Bring It On or Bring It On Again or any of those movies. Those cheerleaders in this movie sucked.
How funky is your chicken, Jason?
Well, I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
that was
that's
a
a good
dirty,
cheer.
dirty song because they all had a loose goose and they liked people to look at their caboose. I think that was a messed up song. It was very sexual.
Isn't that just part of being a cheerleader? I mean,
To have a loose goose,
Yes,
apparently.
it is.
I was thinking about the staring at the caboose part, not yeah.
Well, they all had a loose goose. They all had a loose goose. They all said it. And apparently they had a funky chicken. I'm not sure what that one stands for. I don't know. Maybe they're a freak in the bedroom. That's how they got their loose
lot of
goose.
football players with yeast infections.
Mm.
Damn it, dude.
With their dick grows feathers.
Oh man, that one basketball player that becomes a vampire or whatever, he was like 50 years old in this, right? Like he was an undercover cop, right?
Yeah.
You have seen other teenage movies
Yeah,
before,
I have.
right?
Yeah.
There's always like a 40-year-old playing an 18-year-old, or
Yeah.
that's exaggeration. But some of them, they're pretty darn close to that.
Well, it's like fucking Fast and the Furious 3 with that guy that's supposed to be 18 years old, but he's obviously at least 40.
I think he was like 36. But yeah, still way older than 18.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I don't know. That guy was like, okay, so he's got to be an undercover cop, right? They're trying to figure out who's licking toads or something like that.
Who's licking toes?
Toads.
Oh, toads. That makes way more sense.
What?
Fucking criminal
What
toes
cop would
going
be
on
investigating
here.
that?
I don't know.
Find out who's licking them feet and toes.
Forget
got a
Quentin
serial
Tarantino's out there trying to figure it out.
there.
Yeah.
It's criminal. We've got to stop it.
They got all these women in the hospital missing the big toe, and they're like, somebody's sucking these things real good.
Damn it, dude.
That would be biting toes off, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking
A little
disgusting.
different.
Well,
Oh,
the vampire did it.
Yeah, so these vampires definitely follow that whole old rule that they have to be invited in.
Well, yeah.
Come in.
That's how vampires should be.
I don't know. They kind of. This was before they changed all those rules with like Underworld and some of the other vampire stuff that I don't know. I don't know. There's a point where they changed the rules or
Yeah.
they pulled rules from way in the past. I don't know. Maybe those rules were all around, but who knows? I mean, I guess somebody does. I don't.
It's all because of Van Helsing. He's the one pulling the strings here.
Van Helsing. Yeah,
I go with the Mulder explanation where all vampires have OCD. Yep.
they just
all
like
have OCD.
they're
So all
very
you gotta do
considerate
is
too.
you just throw the sunflower seeds down, and they're like, "Shit! Now I can't attack you. I have to pick these up and count them."
Did I count 89 or 80? Oh, shit!
Hold on, let me do this again.
Turn all the lights on. They got to turn every light off like 3 times.
Yep.
Touch the doorknob a bunch of times. What did Charlie's mom have to do all the time?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
touch
Charlie
the
would get hit
doorknob
by a
3
bus or
times.
something.
Wouldn't it be funny though if you just cough a little bit and the vampire's like, "Oh no, no."
I can't
You
have
just blow
sick
snot
blood.
on your finger and then wipe it on your neck, and he's like,
Uh-huh.
"What? You dick!"
Like they just fly into your room and they're like, yeah. So have you been tested recently? Like, got any diseases, anything like that?
Can I see your STD testing?
Yeah, because I mean, if you could just go down and get those tests for me, that'd be great. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Just make sure you have those tests, okay? It's really important you get those tests done.
It's like new age vampires, like everybody's.
It's like, this last girl, I bet I got chlamydia. It was
Do you even get
real bad.
chlamydia? How would that even work?
They got it in the fangs, man. It's horrible.
I mean, they could get hepatitis, maybe.
Hep Z or whatever it is.
Hep V, come on, man.
Hep V, yeah, that's right.
At least
Hep V.
do a vampire joke.
I know. Come on, dude. The fuck.
I think that's actually a thing in True Blood.
It is. It's in True Blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So pretty
Steve,
much.
you knew that.
No, I've never
Yeah,
seen
so-
that show at all.
okay.
You knew that?
Okay.
I
Now
knew
he's
that.
gonna be like, "Well, I've
Seen that
never
show.
seen True Blood.
Okay,
the women's
so
boobs and stuff on there
so
before.
what you're
I've
telling me
never-
is that if you want to be safe from the vampires and not be bit
Just be
or
sick.
harvested, you have to get hepatitis.
Hep V,
Oh,
yes.
you blow snot on your neck. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna be like,
They
Well-
couldn't even bite through all that hair you
"Stop
got.
it." No, they probably couldn't.
They come back like,
That's exactly right.
Ah,
Eric's
God.
gonna wake up to like the vampire with like some like shaving cream and a razor, like trying to shave his neck as he's sleeping.
I think at that point I'd be more worried about Kelly than myself. I'd be like, wait a second. If he's going after me, then he probably already went after the easy one.
man, if there was an old school vampire, we most places would be in trouble. At least the ones with all the millennials, because millennials would feel bad about like fighting back. They're like, well, you're a creature and all that stuff, and I guess I got to help you out because they don't want to offend the vampire. But then when they become vampire, they're gonna die because they're not gonna want to like go and bite people because they
Well,
feel
no,
like
they're gonna
that's
walk up
a
and be
bad
like, and like they're gonna have like consent forms.
yeah.
Excuse me,
Have
sir, but
the
could you
person
sign
sign.
this?
I
I know. Don't I have a nice top knot? It's
Barbara.
amazing.
Oh man.
That's hilarious. Like, they're just,
Yeah.
you just, like, all you got to do is flatten their tire and they're just done as a vampire.
Yeah.
Because they're like, wait, there's no after hours tire shops. And I don't have any idea to fix this.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
I can't
Does
fly
AAA do
there.
24-hour service?
Well, no, you see soon flying around might kill some of the insects, which will harm the ecosystem.
That's right.
They like go out to farmers and ranchers because they want organic food,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
farm fresh,
That's what it is.
farm to table.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why all farmers started just growing garlic around their houses.
There you go.
So if we're going old school rules, then garlic repels them.
Well,
So-
they also can't get in the house without being invited.
Well, yeah, okay, like that's like the other thing, right? Like, okay, like go get some like headphones or earplugs, right? Like tell them, no, dude, like I'm never gonna allow you inside my house. Go fuck off.
Well-
Just put some like headphones and earplugs in. Go to sleep. Morning comes when you're gonna get up anyways. The lights out, they're gone. As long as you get home before night, like whatever.
The thing is that have you watched or read Bram Stoker's at all?
I have not.
So they, even though they have to be invited in, like, Dracula has to be invited in, he just fucking like hypnotizes you and then you let him in anyway.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not like, it doesn't, there's no,
Well, that's where Ricky's headphones
yeah.
came in because how's he even going to alert you to his presence?
breaks your fucking window. Just throw something
He's just
through
like, me. Fuck, this guy can't even hear me out here doing the me's thing. God damn it.
So
Like, so you know, like someone busts out of the garage, like,
as we
Yeah.
very, very quickly discover, and Steve would suddenly be a stoner, is that the weed that you smoke makes it so you can't be hypnotized. So everybody,
Well, no, actually, I just played this game where they make a anti hypnotizing helmet, and pretty much what you got to do, right, is you got to get like a colander, some tin foil, and then like a metal clothes hanger as a antenna, and you just build that into your hat,
Where he's been playing Sam and Max.
and you can't be hypnotized.
had I known that we were going to have this conversation tonight, I'd be picking one of those up and putting it on my head right now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, like that's just all you need. Also, added benefit: the aliens can no longer control the chip that they put in your brain when you put that colander on.
I mean, at that point, you just, if you're Bram Stoker, or if you're Dracula, you just send fucking wolves through the window. You just like fucking make them jump through the window and get you, and then you're done, all right?
Yeah, they go in, they
Why
drag
can't you
your
just
ass
throw a
out.
rock through the window.
That's what I was saying before. Just chuck a rock. Somebody's going to get up and look, and then you got them. So,
Well, Ricky'd still have his
Ew.
headphones on and his earplugs and all that, and he'd look at this brick, has a note on it, remove your headphones. He'd be like, "Nah, I'm just going to go back to bed."
I'm gonna go to
I
this
wonder-
broken window and just start playing with myself, because I mean, whoever broke this window deserves to
Ricky's
see
eyes
this.
just get this big, and he's like, "Not telling me what to do."
damn it. They'd see Ricky anyways and be like, ew, ginger? Ew, no, I'm not. I'm good.
Oh yeah, that's like a disease in
Ew.
itself.
I'm not eating that. Oh God.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Even the ghosts in this house want nothing to do with you, Ricky. They know.
They just have a list of like the leftovers. That's like for the last bit. And they're
Yeah.
like, "This is gonna be the last one."
So last week when Kelly said we were going to watch this one, I said I have never seen this movie before. After watching it, I'm like, oh, I've seen this movie before. That's right.
Yeah.
Because I remember the David Arquette flying outside the window.
Yeah, that fucking whole.
And I remember
so high
the
right now.
junkyard or whatever the fuck the fair room or the where the parade stuff is. I remember that scene also. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I remember this now.
Did anyone else notice that they rubbed ice on her nipples before every scene? They
It
could
was
be
just
seen
really
through the
cold there.
shirt in
She
every
was in
single scene.
She was in the presence of Donald Sutherland. That's just what happens.
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
I wouldn't do that to me. It didn't do that to me.
Man,
You have never been in his presence, Kelly. You've just seen him on TV. It's a different thing.
he was
I
quite
know.
the creepy old man in this. Like,
I
man, this
know.
movie nowadays, there's no way he's getting into any of those schools.
No. Just standing
Yeah,
there
well-
watching her.
Yeah.
He's in the locker room.
Yeah.
I know.
He
Blast into the locker room, and he's like,
He kind of
it going?
reminded me of the
Staring at
old guy from Strain.
Well, I guess maybe he was supposed to be a little bit.
Thracian.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, she's all, this is a naked zone. I'm just waiting for him to go, I know.
Well, the best part is she's all covering herself up and hiding behind the locker. She was wearing more clothes there than the first time he was talking to her, and she went to the graveyard with him in nothing but like a bikini top and underwear, basically.
Yeah.
I guess this is how kidnappers work. They just tell girls that they're the only way any way can save. And you know, they're the first defense against vampires. I was trying to think of the word, but it just didn't work out.
It totally left you there.
Thinking, I was like, I'm just gonna forge ahead through this fucking field of words until I say something. Damn it!
So eventually, one of these words is the word I want.
The
You
fucking
can-
words. I'm like, you know. Plus, I looked at myself on the camera and I started to get red in the face, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting red in the face." Oh no! My train of thought just got derailed into
Which
you know,
only makes it
field of
worse.
stupidity.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, is that how easy it is? You just go to there and you're like, you're the first line of defense. That's what I was trying to say. You're the first line of defense against vampires. So you got to come to me, or come to me. You got to come with me into the graveyard tonight. We got to spend the night in the graveyard.
Well,
So
here's the
basically,
thing,
what
Erik.
this was, there was a split at this point. So they filmed that part and they split it. One part was the Triple X movie, the other part was this movie.
Yes.
So they did both of them at the same time. It was just like they were saving
think
money
they
that way.
They probably split it 3 times, and the third one was the snuff porn that happened.
There you go.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, especially back in those days. I mean,
Well, so you see, the thing is this guy said he had been alive for hundreds of generations over and over again, reborn with the knowledge. So even when he's killed, he's not dead. He's instantly reborn, I assume, somewhere else as a baby, and he has all this knowledge as a baby, which would really fuck him up, I would think. But he didn't know about candy, and so that's why he went with the vampire graveyard thing, because he'd been around for so many generations. Candy wasn't really a thing back then, so that's why he's not offering candy in his weird creeper van.
I honestly thought you were going to say you didn't know about like when you said candy, I was thinking of Classy from South Park. I can definitely see this guy. He's over there just like hammering Classy. And she's just like,
God damn it.
He's like, fuck being training these stupid vampire women. Here we go. You got to put the A in the assy.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
I mean, I didn't, he's the one who's with Classy. Those fucking crazy ass eyebrows that are like this.
Yeah.
He's like a Vulcan.
He's got super villain eyebrows.
Yeah.
Well, that's what gets those nips going, I think.
Has he been
I'm
a
going to
super
shave
villain
my
in anything?
eyebrows to that. Just like tape up my head.
Don't do that.
There we go. Oh, I'll just hold it like this the whole time. What are you doing? I'm a mentalist. Look, I'm a Vulcan. Ugh.
Damn it, dude.
Erik would make the worst Vulcan.
He'd be
I
in
know.
Pon Far constantly.
I'm over there just joking around, and they're like, God, this guy, he's making all these hilarious jokes.
We can't
Oh,
laugh
shit,
at
he just
anything.
pretended to trip and fall. That was funny. Now, you know what? Fuck this. Let's all be Romulans. Fuck this. No. You know what's funny about that whole thing is like the no emotion deal. I don't think anybody's ever actually done that before. Like even psychopaths and stuff still governed by like one of the major driving forces, I guess, is like trying to get a fear or an anger response, because those are the emotions they do feel.
Yeah.
So nobody's actually like cold, like completely, cold and logical. That'd be weird though. Like I feel like we should be genetically engineering one of those guys.
They'd probably fucking take over the fucking world and kill us all because they're not going to give a
just
fuck.
one. We need to genetically engineer just one, and it needs to be like a tall, good-looking dude with a giant wang. And we're like, sorry about the no emotions, but you do have a giant wang.
And then he's going to go into
Make up for it,
politics,
bro.
It's
and
already
then
happening.
he's going to
dude.
go into politics, and he's going to destroy the entire world.
Dude,
This is how the apocalypse happens, Erik. Do you want the apocalypse to happen? Because that's how you get it to happen.
this is already happening. His name is John Cena. You just wait and see. He'll be in politics in the next 10 years.
Well, yeah, because everything's coming to a celebrity race.
Every emotion he has is technically fake. He has no emotion. He's cold and calculated.
John Cena is cold.
Yeah, he fakes it.
He's very warm.
You mean he makes you very warm?
Oh, well,
How's it
there you go,
going,
mixed up.
TV Poker?
So Paul Rubin's vampire makes me think of Donald Loge in Blade. Like
Oh,
he
God.
loses his arm and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just none of the blood when Loge loses his arm.
There was no blood in this movie.
No, there wasn't.
Except when she got some on her cheek. She goes home and her mom's like, what time is it?
I know.
Like 10? Oh, man, we're going to be late. Like, doesn't even give a
know.
fuck.
I would be like, why is my
That's
daughter all
hilarious.
dirty and messed up and have blood on her face?
Yeah, she doesn't even notice. She's too worried about her own shit. What a horrible mom.
Oh man.
Erik, on the other hand, would be like, do you know what time it is? She'd say 10. He'd be like,
Okay, good.
that's not your blood, is it?
Do you need help
I'd be
burying
like,
him?
who are you? Were you fighting bums again?
God
I
damn
told
it.
you, you're not supposed to be fighting bums.
Without adult supervision.
Where are we going to put the
Because-
bodies? The backyard's getting full, sweetie.
Oh man.
I don't have the money to keep on buying property to hide bodies, god damn it.
I don't need to buy it. I know where the bodies can be, hidden. I work out in the woods. It's like bodies galore.
How many
They're
bodies have
digging
you
up a
found?
tree. It's like, oh, there's another body. Yep, there's
Well,
another
you
body.
just like
Oh,
just dig a little hole and you put it in
This is
there
a very
and it's
active
gone.
area.
Yeah, I mean
That
that's what
awkward
those
moment.
guys do.
That awkward moment when you're digging a hole to bury a body and find a body. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, fuck, this is a really active area.
Just put your body under that body, then nobody will ever know.
And if they do find it, then they'll just link it with the first body, and that just totally throws off the trail.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be weird if you dug up a body and it hadn't like decayed at all, and then it got up like it was a vampire, and you dug it up, it was just buried a little bit too deep?
That would be
So
pretty
some
weird.
mobster vampire, the guy's like, my name's Jimmy Hoffa. You're like, oh shit, that guy's a vampire? Oh no, now he's gonna go back to fixing fucking union stuff.
You know what he'd do? He'd get me like, oh man, you know where I can get a bite?
Oh, jeez.
I'm over there just like, hold on, I've got a cold. You guys would too. If you're facing death from a vampire, you just honk a lug on your neck. I mean, you have to try it.
Eric's acting like gross snot mom from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to be the one getting chomped on by some vampire. They'll get my dwarf blood in there, and they'll be like, "Oh hell yeah!" That'd be scary. Could you imagine
Dwarf
that?
vampire.
No, those guys all hopped up on dwarf blood. They'd be like, they just go, well, maybe I wonder if they just murder trees or light stuff on fire. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, might
They'd
beneficial
definitely
for you.
be impervious to the heat, though, and the cold.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I'm fine. Who the fuck came up with vampires in the first place?
Old like fucking, what is it called?
Folklore?
People in
Van Helsing.
the fucking
not Van Helsing, in,
Eastern Europe.
It's
Eastern Europe.
ancient as fuck. There's vampire tales from like China. I think the Mayans had vampires. I mean, what if there
vampires?
Whatever. What if they had vampires? What if they were a real thing and then
They were
like-
killed off.
some religious outfit or crazed lunatic outfit, whatever you want to call it, like the Knights Templar actually finished them off?
Or maybe that
They're-
they still exist and the U.S. government is just hiding it up along with the zombies.
Zombies are getting more and more relevant, though, because more and more people come back to life as a zombie, and it's getting harder to cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure.
there's always these. Every year you hear 2 or 3 stories about people eating their friends' brains, and they're like, what was wrong with them? I don't know. We shot him 4 times in the heart. They didn't go down, so we shot him in the head.
So vampires, yeah, it was Eastern Europe. And most vampires in those tales and stuff like that were people that were, they weren't all neatly dressed and shit like that. They were usually like really fucked up looking and stuff. They didn't look great. And people would say that they saw him. And then if you saw the vampire, then your family would die and shit like that.
You know what's super messed up?
And then the reason they thought they were around is because they would go, okay, well, Jeffrey's a fucking vampire. And then they would go, because he just died or whatever. And then they'd go dig him up. And he would still be like, they wouldn't have done a very good job at whatever, like preparing the body. So they'd see him and like they'd see the bloating and all that shit. And they'd stick a stake through him and, blood would come out and stuff like that. And they'd think, oh, well, he must have drank a whole bunch of blood and shit. It's just because they didn't have embalming and, at least, I don't think the Europeans did embalming until for a while. It wasn't like Egypt and shit where, those fuckers were all super.
Oh yeah, you fucking took out all your
well-preserved.
organs and
Yeah.
everything like that, and preserved the shit out of your body.
And then plus, there's a whole lot of times where people would get buried and they wouldn't be dead.
Yeah, they'd still be
Yeah.
alive. Well, that's why they put the pull bells.
Yeah.
And that's why you have gravekeepers to listen for the bells. In case someone got buried and they're still alive, they would have a bell there they could ring to
Well, it's
be
like-
dug back up.
Yeah, that's like Viking funerals.
Yeah.
I mean,
They want you to come out as a drogger.
That's why they light the boat on fire and it's on a river or in the ocean, because you can run through the fire and then jump in the ocean and be like, you fucking dicks, I was just drunk and passed out. Oh, you killed my favorite slave, you asshole. Now I gotta go steal another one, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting out of this is back in the day, it was homeless people that were vampires because they were some
it was
weird,
usually like a peasant or something like that. I mean,
peasant or
Yeah.
a mentally handicapped adult who had no home, who was all messed up looking from living on the street for years, and they're like, vampire. It's messed
Yeah.
up.
I kind of feel like it would have been a
Well, look what they
harder
did with
go
witches.
to be mentally
There's a bunch of little
handicapped back
fucking
then.
kids like saying like someone they didn't like was a witch, and then
That's true too.
they had a witch hunt, like all up in there,
On the upside, they never proved there was ever a witch, I don't think, because every one of them sank.
Pretty much, yeah.
In Slavic and Chinese tradition, any corpse that was jumped over by an animal, particularly a dog or a cat, was feared to become one of the undead.
Ooh,
So don't want your dog or cats in there.
I want some
Why the
undead
fuck
cats.
are they having the cats jump over that?
Well, I think because usually the bodies are in, like you usually kept the body at home until it was time to go bury it. It wasn't like you took it to a place.
You didn't just bury it in the backyard?
No.
And other times,
you
literally,
might,
like,
depending
you
on
would
where
just
you
drag the fucking body out into the nearest fucking clump of trees and just leave it there.
Well, if it was your family member, you usually was more ceremonial. So,
Yeah, not if you're fucking poor as shit.
well, you still buried it. You didn't just leave it out in the woods for the animals to get to it.
Well, fuck not.
Steve, don't
All right,
die
I'm-
first.
Don't die
Yeah.
first, Steve.
I
Don't
guess-
die first.
Ricky just drags you out, and I drive by. I'm like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." And as I'm pulling up, I'm gonna go talk to Ricky and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." And as I'm driving up, here's Steve's dead body, and he's bent over the hood of his car, and some homeless guy's just porking the shit out of him.
Damn it.
And I'm like, "Hey, get out of here, dude! Get out of here! The homeless people are getting out of control." Ricky, why the hell is this guy stole Steve's body? Ricky's like, "I don't want that thing in the house.
Uh-huh.
I left it outside." I'm like, "What the hell? Why the fuck is half of his calf gone?" I think Caboose might have got at him a little bit. I don't know.
I left
And
him
the
there for a little
raccoon's
bit.
over there with one of his fingers, like, nah.
Or he'd be like, I can't be expected to take care of it right away, all right? He was left around for a little bit.
All right, yeah.
Wait, did you call the police? They don't need to know about this.
Natural causes, motherfucker.
It's their fucking
just like-
business.
Call him up. Yep, I seen a homeless man killed him, ate part of his calf, and then butt fucked him. So you guys got to arrest this guy.
He almost just got water on his keyboard. Good job, Eric.
Damn it.
Oh.
See, I didn't even think it was that bad. I thought you were going to say you came in and you smelled something. You went upstairs. He was still laying in his bed, and Ricky hadn't bothered to deal with it. But no, he at least drug him outside in your story.
He's like, the smell was getting me. I just took him outside.
Ricky would never leave him inside. He would definitely drag him out. That's just as far as it would get.
Ricky, would you try going to my work and faking like you're me so that you can continue to collect a
fuck
paycheck?
yeah. Uh-huh. I'd shave my head bald. I started eating nothing but like fast food for like, I don't know, like 5 months or so.
No, that's too much effort. Just do a weekend at Bernie's bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then there we go then, yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to be here with him now.
Uh-huh.
I think Ricky would do the sensible thing, which would be to show up and have you have a slip and fall on the job. My God, he's unconscious. You've knocked him into a coma. Play along, EMT. We're going to collect a big paycheck.
Oh man.
I'll cut you in for half. The EMT's like, half of what? The insurance, you idiot.
Half of this fucking hoagie. Duh.
the EMT is like, the EMT is like, no, seriously, like he's just unconscious.
Like, fuck, he's gonna be
Like-
pissed when he wakes up.
Like the homeless man did to him.
It's like, well,
Or
it's like, well, if he was unconscious, then technically it never happened to him, right? Like, I mean, like, I'll know what happened.
So
He won't.
now I know. Now I can
Now
never
he's
be
missing half a calf, been
Not-
butt raped, and found
Steve
unconscious.
wakes up and he's like, God, my ass really hurts. What the hell? Why the fuck is half my calf missing? Didn't happen to you. You weren't awake.
So now I know I can't fall unconscious, or die before Ricky, because bad stuff will happen to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Great.
Gonna get you. Yeah,
You make me out. You make me out as some kind of like boogeyman or something like that. Like just waiting for him to go unconscious or some shit.
Well, you are a ginger, Ricky. I mean,
I mean,
you can't go away from your nature.
Would you absorb his soul?
well, he's half ginger, so no.
So you
who
want a
was
full
the-
soul like mine?
Sorry.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
So who is the girl in this movie? I
Buffy.
keep thinking, yeah, who is that?
Well,
That
she was in
is
a
Christy
Big Daddy
Swanson.
as
Yeah,
one of
Swanson.
the,
That's the one.
as his girlfriend that didn't want to that left him in the beginning.
Yeah, she was Simone in Ferris Bueller.
I don't. I swear this is like the first time I've ever seen her before.
No, you've seen her in Big Daddy. She was the one that was boinking the old dude.
Boinking.
Yeah.
All I can remember is the one big-breasted lady from Liar Liar, and that's the only woman that's like related to Adam Sandler or any of them I can even think of. I don't even think they're in the same movie.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh, then there's Leslie Mann or whatever her name is. Okay.
Leslie Mann is in that movie, but that's not her.
She's the big boob lady in Big Daddy, right?
She's the one that was boinking the old man. If you know who that's obviously who she is.
I don't remember
pull up a picture of that, and then he'll know who the fuck you're talking about.
I guess.
She was also Christy Boner in Dude, Where's My Car?
Christy Boner.
I don't know who that is.
Little boner, like
Boner.
Boner.
Yeah, exactly.
She was Kowalski in Hot Shots.
Was she really?
Yeah. Do you even know who that is, Ricky? Have you ever watched that movie?
Hot Shots?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've
There's a
seen it.
question mark on that
Isn't
one.
isn't that the Charlie Sheen movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been like fucking
I don't-
forever, but
It's like it came out 3 weeks ago, Ricky.
Damn it.
Wait, it did?
No.
I had a fucking time loop or something?
Yes, you are.
No, but that's
how
happened to
shitty
me
would that
before.
be? Like, go back in time, like you're just alive as yourself, right? And then you go back, you just wake up in your like 5-year-old body, but you remember everything, and you're like, oh no.
Why would that suck? You could totally manipulate your own future in a lot of good ways.
Maybe in a good way. See, here's the thing: like, what if you're pretty happy right now, and you're like, oh shit?
Well,
And then what if you mess it up and then you can't get it back to the way it was?
well, that's different for Eric than me, possibly.
Oh yes, definitely, yeah. I mean, I don't want to end up and have me be in your position. No. Well, I don't think I could be in that position because my personality is such that
personality disorder
would not happen because I don't,
So once you
I'm
hit
not
that,
very agreeable. I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna say no to shit.
once you hit that point, are you going to a Groundhog Day this and go back again, or are you just going to continue to live on after that point?
That would be the scary part the first time because you'd end up like, shit. I was pretty happy. I don't want to fuck that up. Do I just like try and do everything that I did the same so I end up in the same place?
you would never be able to do everything
myself,
the same.
I would much rather be doing a different career, right?
Yeah.
Ricky or
fuck.
Eric would fuck it up because he'd be like, God damn it, tomorrow's the day I get shot in the eye with the BB. That fucking hurt. I don't want to do that again. He's like, but if I don't do it, do I still meet Kelly? I don't know.
It was a lot of fun having the BB gun fights. I would do it again.
This time he would wear glasses, though.
Exactly. This time he would wear glasses, but see,
we
it
had
would
glasses.
it would cause the
had
butterfly
glasses.
effect.
Were you wearing them?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Dwarf.
This time you would have
Have you
them.
ever seen a dwarf with safety equipment on? The answer to that question
I
is
have.
no.
I've been playing God of War, and Sindri is wearing big gloves and all that stuff. And I
They
bet
always
you if
wear
they had
big gloves.
goggles, he would have.
Okay, gloves, yes, but that's not really safety equipment.
Sure it
that's
is.
like getting the job done equipment.
It's
He's
still
not wearing
safety
eye
equipment.
protection.
That's
and if
just
he
because
is,
he's in the
That's
past.
a bullshit dwarf.
Well, he's a bullshit dwarf, anyways. He's afraid of dirt.
Oh yeah, that's not a dwarf.
Wait, was he based off of me or?
I've got gloves on. I'm a dwarf. Okay.
Makes no sense, but all right.
Yeah, that's it. You'd have to see that thing. No,
She's
I'm
in a
just
movie
making
called
that up.
Swamp Shark.
What?
Swamp Shark?
Is this
Yeah.
going to be another Sharknado?
I don't know.
I feel like this was the Sharknado of vampire
Swamp
movies.
Shark sounds like a really
No,
nasty
this was worse
vagina.
than Sharknado.
No.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
There
Sharknado
Definitely
made me.
not.
Yeah,
Tara
no.
Reid. There's
yeah,
no Tara Reid in this whole movie.
Yeah, no. Sharknado made me laugh a lot more than this movie did.
How high were you? What? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. What the fuck were you even laughing at in Sharknado?
The sharks.
The
There's
stupidity.
tons of hilarious, stupid shit that happens.
This movie was pretty dumb. I mean, I remember it being better when I
This
was
movie
a kid.
was stupid,
Yeah,
but
but
it wasn't quite to the
Vampires,
funny
like,
stupid.
Flying out of the air at people. that would have made it more funny. So I agree that they definitely needed flying vampires.
They had them.
No, I mean like you know how the sharks do it.
Oh
Where they're
yeah,
just,
like a tornado
just
of
out of nowhere.
vampires.
That's what they needed. Was like vampires just like launched out of a catapult type.
Okay, guys.
situation.
So I have our movie idea. Vampire tornado.
NATO?
Yeah, Vampnado.
Vampire Siege, where they launch themselves out of catapults at people.
And are we in a castle? I want to be in a castle.
Sounds like a video game, like a fucking shitty mobile game.
Well, didn't they used to do that back in old time? They would launch diseased corpses over the castle wall.
Yes, they did.
That would trick all the people like you that would want to have sex with them.
Damn it.
That's disgusting.
Ricky'd be like, "Damn, this one's mostly intact and pretty hot."
Okay, that's right.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't go the whole stoner route with Luke Perry and David Arquette's character. They were just drunk all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like they needed to be stoned constantly because, I mean, it's not like stoner comedy didn't happen already, so could have done it in here. They just wanted to make them drunk kids, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
it's a little weird.
A little bit of different culture than now. I mean,
people fucking Cheech and
didn't
Chong
talk.
existed before then, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you know,
That's
definitely were stoner movies before this.
Wasn't this more of a mainstream movie than Cheech and Chong?
Probably.
This
It had
was
a TV show and all that shit, so...
this was before Half Baked, though, right?
Yes, way
Okay.
before Half Baked.
Yeah, that's a movie we haven't watched before.
Like 3 years before Half Baked, I think.
Do
When
you
was
guys
Half
think
Baked?
Christy Swanson regrets not doing the TV show?
Probably.
I think she's probably
doesn't
quite
have.
thankful she didn't.
I thought it was the same person.
No.
No,
I've never seen the TV show. I don't know.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Kelly's a hardcore fan of this, I think.
No,
No, everybody knows who it is in the
Yeah.
TV show. Ricky
really?
probably
My friend-
knows
I
it's
had
not the same
friends
one.
that were obsessed with the show in high school, so I knew a little bit from them, and plus I just know a little bit of the stuff anyways.
Because it's Kelly.
Unfortunately,
Because it's Kelly, and this is just what she, absorbs. This is the kind of information she absorbs.
I don't even want it in my head, but it's in there.
Exactly. It's
I seen part of a couple of episodes of Angel and then Buffy, I think, because it was on when I got up for work at 2:30. It was on at like, I don't know, 2:30 to 3 or whatever, and I would turn it on like part of the way to get ready for this weird like dinosaur TV show. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was.
Was it your Dino Rider show?
No, this was
Okay.
like a live action dinosaur show.
Was it the
And
dinosaurs with the baby?
No,
Okay.
no. Okay, so what it was like, it was kind of like
I'm gonna
a
come up
Lost
with another one to
World
interrupt
show.
you with.
It had like a lot, like all right. I'm not gonna lie. It had a big boobed blonde lady in it.
Okay.
and that's
that
the
was
reason why he watched
scantily
it.
clad. That's why I watched it, and it was kind of like a Lost World type of a thing. where they
Conan?
find their way into the center of the earth, and then there's guys. It's like a TV series. I don't know. I can't remember what
Oh,
it's
so
called.
what was it that one where they're like the intro's like them like driving in a Jeep and like the ground like collapses around them and they fucking come out and they're like in the fucking dinosaur world?
Maybe I can't remember. It was 2006 or 7 when I was watching it. 5.
Yeah,
No, it was 2005, and it was like it was on at 3:00 in the morning.
it may
So
have
it
been that
already
one
came
because I do remember watching that one. They had the dinosaurs and they had and what was it like? They made like a little like hut up in the trees and shit like that or some shit.
I think
Okay,
that was,
then
I think that sounds right.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Galaxy.
think it's called Land of the Lost.
I
That's
think
it.
I
I
think
think
it is
that's
Land of
it.
the Lost. I think that was I was gonna say yeah.
It was.
yeah, I watched that.
It was like Gilligan's Island, only in the trees with dinosaurs.
It was, but I also watched Gilligan's Island though too. So
They were similar in some ways, except that
Did they have a
Gilligan
newer
had a
Land
million
of the Lost, or was it
opportunities.
just the 70s one?
There should have been two, I
I
think.
thought there was another TV show that
I
was
know.
like 80s or
Yeah.
90s.
now was it like
That's the one I watched.
now? But now I'm pretty sure there's like two of them with like a similar
1991. There it is, Land of
name.
the
Okay,
Lost.
yeah, Land of the
That's
Lost,
probably it.
yeah.
With Timothy Bottoms and Jenny Druggan.
Is she the big breasted
Whoa,
lady?
talk about porno names.
They don't have a
Timothy
picture.
Bachman and what was it, Jenny Druggins?
But they don't have a picture of her.
So it wouldn't be her because she was born in 82. This show came out in 91. She would have been pretty young at that time.
That's not the.
That's a
girl
little
I'm
too
talking
young,
about.
yeah.
No.
Shannon Day, maybe? She's an older one.
I'm not even 100% sure it's the same show, but
Yeah,
I'm just
you know.
guessing it is. Because they had a whole bunch of those kind of shows. Like at one point, the Tia Carrere lady had her own like weird kind of a Tomb Raider show that was on right after that.
It actually amazes me that they haven't done a Tomb Raider show.
Like a TV show?
Yeah.
It's because they still want to make movies.
Well, they need
Do
to
movies,
stop.
like, I think at this point, it's been proven that TV shows are better than movies.
Depending on what you do. I mean, if you get on a network like AMC and stuff like that, probably. If
Like,
you,
You get good enough budget and actors.
Look at how good a Ready Player One TV series would have been in
Yeah.
comparison. That
I
would
mean,
have been
we-
a much better show.
we could still end up with that on Netflix. I mean,
Yeah, because something like that though. Like it has so much potential just for, incredible amount of storyline.
Yeah, there can be a lot more story other than what was in the movie. They don't have to even base it off anything.
Well, yeah, they don't even
kid.
really have to. At this point, you could just take the concept of the world
They could even
and create your own custom story. It doesn't even need to be based off of the book.
Yeah,
really,
it could be before or after the book. It doesn't make any difference.
it could be completely different people too.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be after. It could be in the same one as the book, so they don't do that idiotic Tuesday and Thursday thing, and then just be right after, and they'll be talking about how great of a job Wade is doing.
is that better, guys?
I think they should show how hard it is to get everyone to adapt the systems in the very beginning, because a lot of older people in the generations didn't want to take on the new technology.
Yeah.
Make for a great
Yeah.
show. They could talk about the battles and struggles of getting it started. I feel like it would be more of a drama in the beginning, but I feel like it'd be really good.
Well, yeah, because what is it? The creator had a crush on his best friend's wife there, and that's why they
yeah,
kinda
and he
had
never
falling
took the
out.
leap.
Yeah.
Well, he actually took her out on a date, but he didn't ever say, "Hey, I like you."
I like you.
I like you.
So how about that Paul Rubens death at the end there? That was great, right?
Oh God, yeah. See, if I ever die, that's how I want to die. It's just
Ricky,
like
you're
that.
gonna die from a fatal toe stubbing.
That'd be
And
fun
somebody's gonna
because then
suck
I
your
can
toe
just sit
off
there
and
and,
be gross.
and I can just sit there.
Your brother's
I
gonna
was-
hear that in the other room and be like, he's masturbating. I'm
I
not
was
going
talking
in there.
to Kelly, and I was like, "Do you think that he was just goofing around?" And then they were like, "Let's keep that. That's hilarious."
I feel like they probably did.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
like, "Hey guys, do you guys want me to go into a movie, like one of those porno movies, and jack off?" And I'll go, "Oh, you guys can record the audio."
Damn it.
And then he got arrested.
Yeah.
When did he get arrested for that? What year was that?
I don't know. It was mid fucking Pee Wee Herman, but who the hell does that? Is like he might, you know what it is? He just wanted to get caught. He's one of those guys that is like an exhibitionist. So instead of just getting a prostitute and banging her in the back of a car like a proper Englishman, what's he do? He goes in there and jacks off in a fucking movie theater like an idiot.
91.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Decent exposure in a movie theater.
Yep.
Yep.
He was arrested again in a decade later. 2001.
For the same thing.
No, for possession of child pornography. So
Oh, he's
Oh, dude,
He's a
no.
I never
dirtbag.
knew that.
yeah, neither
That's
did I.
great.
Yeah, so he's a dirtbag.
So he's
Mhm.
dead, right?
No, he's still alive. Like I said, he was just on an
That's a
episode of
shame.
To Tell the Truth.
People like that get to live a really long time. It's the good people that die young.
So
Yeah, that guy's a dirtbag. But yeah, anyways, though, I did like the fact that I'm the old guy sitting there just playing the violin, like continuing to try to play as the guy's dying.
Yeah.
His little
Yeah.
played out death there.
Fucking Rutger Hauer's a weird dude.
you think he's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I in this thing?
All I could think of was Bugs Bunny, the way he was dressed up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, and he's got
Definitely.
those things on his shoes and whatever. I'm like, why is he dressed up like Bugs Bunny? I'm like, that's not.
yeah.
Why would I think that?
The
You
other
know,
thing,
honestly, I think he's just one of those guys that he's like, if you pay me enough, I'll do it.
the other thing I didn't get is when she sprays him in the face with like a ball of fire. He's just kind of like, oh,
I know.
Yeah.
It
Like-
was
So really weird.
weird acting.
yeah. The whole movie was terrible
I
acting.
mean, honestly, I think we could have directed a movie just as good as this.
Or possibly better.
Just as good as
All right,
this.
first of all, if we directed the movie
First
would
of
be
all-
X-rated immediately.
Ricky's like, there needs to be more boobs. Not enough boobs.
Eric's like, I second that.
I mean, Buffy
I'd be like,
was
all I've
not-
seen is
doesn't.
boobs.
Now I remember why I didn't like this movie. The first time I seen it, I thought there'd be boobs
Damn it, man.
because it's Buffy, like in the buff. I'm like, oh, well, there's definitely going to be breasts. Nice. And then I
No.
watched the whole movie, and I'm like, rip off. Who the? I mean, this is like that stupid Dolly Parton movie, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and there's not one single
You just
breast.
can't
in the
let
whole
that one
movie.
go.
Well, I mean, with a name like that, I mean, come the fuck on. I mean,
Come the fuck
we
on
just
those
have
ties.
one topless
This is
chick
what
in
we
the
need to do.
background.
We need to make a movie called "You're Gonna See Breasts," the movie,
And then have
and
no
then
breasts.
the whole movie, not one single boob.
It's at the very end of the credits.
And it's Eric's.
Exactly.
Just shave my chest and have one like side.
Uh
boob.
huh.
I'll help
Side
you with
boob.
contouring, so you can like square them out.
Kelly's
Exactly.
over there. All of our eyes are like, meow. Show us how to contour again. So Kelly actually caught a guy looking at her cleavage recently.
Yeah.
She came home and told me about it. She's like, yeah, this guy was looking at my boobs. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that guy. And I'm like,
He's being a typical guy.
is this the first time you've seen this? Yeah, well, I was looking at his face and he was looking down at something. I couldn't figure out what the hell he was looking at. That's actually what she said. Okay? I
Yeah.
was like, God, you are like, there's gullible written on the ceiling above you. And she's like, where?
Camera switched back into Kelly. She's
I know, she's looking up.
The comedy effect. Come on.
I know, right? Oh, man. The podcast is going to end, and she's going to look up. Like, okay, I just had to check just to make sure. All right.
Well, okay,
Wait,
so
where is it?
so Ricky's comment about Rutger Hauer just kind of being in whatever they pay him for. He was in Scorpion King 4.
Yeah, so I'm telling you. If they pay him enough, he's like, sure, fuck it, why not?
So two things.
He was also
the
in
fact,
True Blood.
it's the fact that I just learned that there's a Scorpion King 4. That's a thing. Didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know there was more than two.
No,
Wait, 4?
4.
Yeah, I think
Didn't like the first one have like the rock in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Second
was
one
bad.
had The Rock in it, didn't it?
can't
I don't
remember
know.
the
I only
second
ever
one.
watched the first
I wanna say
one.
no.
I saw the first, second. I can't remember the second. Very
I
well.
only saw the first one, and it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. I saw the second because it was on TV and I was bored.
Think about how many shows people have seen on TV because they're bored.
A lot.
Randy Couture was in it.
The mass majority of TV shows that are watched are only watched because people are just bored and there's nothing else to do.
I mean, like on Netflix, you actually watch what you want to see, most because like you're gonna pick it,
Hmm.
right? Or Hulu, for instance, even YouTube. All right, but like here you go, you got the TV. Maybe that's what we need to do is figure out how we can have our own channel, and then people will watch it just because they're bored.
Mm-hmm.
They're guaranteed to have. It's got to be a channel on like pay for TV though,
Hey
because
guys,
every hour they'll have a boob flash at some point per Eric's demand, and that way everybody will watch it so they can see it.
And it'll
for
be
that hour.
Eric's side boob, so it'll be fine.
but then
Yeah.
people have to pay for it. Nobody's going to watch it.
No.
You realize we have that channel, right? It's called the YouTube channel that we're doing right now.
No, I mean like a channel that like for instance, if we could get on a Russian channel, there's only like 5 Russian channels. So
It's
if
true.
we're channel number 6, that's a lot of viewership we could have. I mean, they're probably
We could have
they'd be
1/6 of all viewership in Russia.
Yeah. We could even do it. You know what we could do is we could do it in like a European country, and then you guys could have a topless girl that walks behind just right on by. once an
How
hour.
are we supposed to get that, Eric?
I'll play that part.
Also,
I
we
don't
can
know.
Get a topless
translate.
girl in the house anyway.
Exactly.
So
Also-
how are we
It's
supposed
gonna
to
be
do
on
that?
You know what? You put a sign up in Hollywood that says guaranteed be on TV if you walk with your breasts every hour for a day.
I'm sure I get
There's
sued by
definitely-
some fucking
definitely
person that's offended by it.
Women who would do that.
Hey, my name's Classy. I got your sign outside.
That would work. She would be like, okay. Like, you need me
Oh,
to
that'd
take
be
my bottoms
terrible.
off too? No.
We don't even see or smell that nasty shit.
It's powdered sugar. It's delicious.
Fucking Farva. That guy's fucking great.
Yeah. God damn it. Stephen Root was pretty great in this movie too. He's just like going through giving all the vampires detention after everybody's dead.
I love the last one. He's like detention. Like throws 2 more down on him.
Telling everybody about his drug experiences and shit.
That guy looked familiar.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He was in Office Space.
You told me that one. Yeah, he was the Staples guy.
Yeah. He was also Bill Dotry.
Yep.
And Buck Strickland in King of the Hill.
And the High Castle.
That's right. He was Man in the High Castle. Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
he's in News Radio.
Yes.
I might have, He's also in Raising Hope. Briefly. He's Sabrina's dad.
Oh, yeah. You seen the puzzled look on my face?
Yeah.
He said Sabrina, and I'm thinking of the wrong Sabrina, because I'm thinking of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
You know they're making a new one of those?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
Let's make new of everything that ever happened and never make anything actually new.
They're making a darker version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Really?
I think they're just calling it Sabrina. I don't think they're...
I really liked that show. When I was like 4.
I like the cartoon.
When you were 4.
Kelly?
Jason's like, I'm a time traveler, okay?
Oh, man.
I wasn't that old.
I watched
was
that
like,
and Clarissa Explains It All.
Kelly, how old was I when that came out? You should know.
It was on TGIF.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
It was at least after 95. So I want to say around 97, 98, 99.
Oh, man. You were so close. If you had just gone one less, 96.
Okay, but it was still after those years. It wasn't just like a 1 year.
It had 7 seasons? Wow.
The show did really well.
It's a lot of seasons.
If it wasn't for that horrible animatronic cat, it would have done better.
Yeah, I liked him. I think he was awesome.
I think he was great. I think he was amazing. But after season 2 or 3, you really got to get a better animatronic cat because they had the money for it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they're just like, that's part of the show. Animatronic cat. You guys are bagging on that poor cat.
All right, he was a smartass and he was awesome. And technically, he was a human turned into a cat as punishment for trying to commit some crime, like take over
Having
the world
sex
or something.
With cats is what it was.
Yeah. Cat sex definitely was that.
They're like, you know what? You want to have cat sex so much? Boom, you're a male cat, but you're.
Can I say that? I'm a girl. I can say that word, right? No.
I'm pretty sure it was taking over the world. He got turned into a cat for.
I'm going to say cat sex. I'm going with Eric on this one.
Yeah, definitely cat sex.
Yeah.
You just got the wrong kind. You fill in the blank.
He's like, he's over there like, I love the pussy, and then it turns out he means cats.
Yeah,
said it.
Mm-hmm. Damn it!
Like when the lady comes over to his house, what the fuck is with all these dead cats? What? I love the pussy.
God damn it! Oh fuck!
That just went real sick, real quick.
Yep.
It always does. So this. How long have you been on this podcast, Jason?
A couple of times.
Jason's like, what? I just woke up.
This is only the first time he's actually ever paid attention.
Jason, it's very surprising that you've never seen the TV show of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I haven't.
I just said Slater again.
Yeah.
You want AC Slater's butt?
I want him on this show right now. God damn it.
That's the only thing you want him on, huh?
I'm not going to go with that right now. I'm not going to go with that right now. That was a good one, Kelly. Because this is definitely your kind of show, dude. Like, it is. You watch Supernatural. You all watch a lot of those CW shows and stuff.
Yes, I do.
This is definitely like. I mean, you should just go back and watch it because it's.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very surprised you haven't watched it.
I gotta finish Bob's Burgers first, only one at a time for me. But I'll be done with Bob's Burgers in a couple of days. I'll binge watch the shit out of that.
So,
That's good.
What rating did you guys give this?
2.5 stars.
I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it 2 stars.
I'm giving it 2.5 stars.
The only reason why I got 2 stars is kind of nostalgia. Watched it when I was really young. So
Yeah, when I watched it as a little kid, I remember it being corny, but I was like, it was funny corny. Now I'm just like,
now it's just stupid corny.
Yeah.
It's a lot slower than I thought too.
Oh, yeah.
Or remembered.
I was like, there's no boobs in it still.
My daughter, though, it was right on her level. She loved the movie. I let her watch it with me. I blocked her eyes out when the guy got his hot dog wiener cut in half. That was about it.
Oh, man.
That's like Tango and Cash and Predator 2. There's a scene in Predator 2 right at the beginning where the gang members having sex with a lady.
Yeah.
And my dad goes, "Oh, cover your eyes, boys." So all 3 of us are doing this move.
Of course. I think every kid in history on the internet said close your eyes.
Oh, I didn't tell her to close her eyes. I just put my hands over her face. It's a real quick scene, so.
I gave it 2 stars. Next week's movie is Eric's choice. What are you going to choose?
Super Troopers 2.
All right.
Is that actually out?
Yeah.
We already own it. We've owned it for weeks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Eric, does that movie even have a plot?
Yes.
I was watching the movie and Kelly is asleep, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have the movie on fairly quiet. So she wakes up, she looks at the movie, she goes, "Does this movie even have a plot?" I'm like, "Yeah, it does actually." "No, it doesn't." And then she just falls right back asleep.
True story.
Dumb.
Uh-huh. She was getting pissed off at the movie in her dreams.
She woke up about 20 minutes later and was like, "Are you still watching this garbage movie?" I was like, "Wow."
It's actually a really good movie.
It was ruining her dreams about John Cena, all right? Farva kept on walking in her dreams. She's like, "What the fuck, Eric? Turn this shit off." Farva does not belong in my dreams.
Yell, she would wake up.
Well, yeah, every time I woke up, there was some just weird syllables going on and noises. Meow.
Well, then there's Canadians talking, so maybe you were like, "They're calling to me from the motherland."
Did you not like the first one, Kelly? I don't remember.
The first one was fine. I watched it as an older.
I feel like this one is a little bit better than the first one.
Oh
yeah.
So the first one was.
It's not like, whoa, this movie's amazingly better, but a little bit better.
No, I mean it's supposed to be a stupid comedy, but we'll save this for when we actually do the podcast.
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
Have you? You haven't. Okay.
I've seen the first one, but not this one. Yeah, we'll save it all for the podcast.
Anybody else? Anybody have anything else?
No.
Oh.
All right. That's going to be it, guys. Right. Thanks for watching. We're putting this thing on right there. And I covered my button. There we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can also go like and subscribe on youtube.com/Death by Presents, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turkadur, and twitch.tv/Turkadur Plays. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turk. I was almost quick and severe because I don't remember my fucking Twitter name now. You can follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. You can follow Eric on Twitter at
Quick and Severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at
Sugar Snuggles. I was going to say one of your nicknames, both of y'all. Combined.
Would have been hilarious if Kelly's all at Furry Twitter fuck.
Furry Twitter fuck, huh?
That'd be Sugar Snuggles. Yes.
Yeah. You can follow Ricky on Twitter at
Furry Twitter Balls.
With no E in the Twitter. You can follow Jason on Twitter at
Unbelievable One.
Oh, what else? Make sure you guys subscribe to us on twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure if you have, follow us over there. But if you have Twitch Prime, subscribe to us over there. That'll help us out, give us a little bit of money so we can do this more and play more games and do more streams and stuff like that.
Not in real life.
Follow Ricky in real life until you get to my house, and then don't follow him anymore. Anyways, subscribe to us with Twitch Prime over on twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure. That'll help us out, make it so we don't have to do our day jobs as much. And if enough of you guys subscribe, then we don't have to do it at all. That'd be awesome. We could do this way more often. Also, we're very close to our 100 subs on YouTube. So youtube.com/Death Presents. If you guys could subscribe over there, when we hit that 100 subs, we have something special planned. So do that for us, and we will do something cool. So also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. All of the stuff that I've said is in the descriptions on twitch.tv/Turkader Plays and youtube.com/Death by Lag Presents. So check those out. You can also donate to me and Eric. Our links are in the bottom of the description on both those websites. That's it, guys. Join us next week as we watch Super Trooper 2. And yeah, bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
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 So at this point, I don't even know if I can use the audio from the fucking YouTube because the wrong selection was done on OBS. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Why? What were they saying?
What would the guy say? It was too quiet.